Hello and welcome to this first tutorial on shell programming. So we'll understand the shell scripting and the importance of shell scripting in the introductory tutorial. So first we'll understand what exactly is a shell scripting. So a shell is the central part of the Unix kernel. So you might be seeing here the hardware on the hardware there is a kernel. So kernel is nothing but it is the interpreter between the application programs and the hardware. And above that there are certain commands, Unix commands like cp, grep, tar, who. Along with that there is a shell. So this shell helps the user to communicate with the kernel and the hardware. So shell provides you an interface to communicate to the Unix system. Shell is an environment in which we can run our commands and programs and the shell scripts. A shell is a special user program which provides an interface to a user to use operating system services like memory management, file management. All these services can be used with the help of the shell. So there are basically three types of the shell. First or most popular shell is called as bound again shell. So previous version of this shell was the bound shell. Now advanced version is the bound again shell. It is most widely and most popular used shell in Linux systems. It is used as a default login shell in Linux systems and in Mac OS. And it can be used to installed on Windows OS also. So this bash shell in most of the operating systems like Ubuntu, Fedora and all other operating systems, the default shell that you are using is a bash shell. Then next shell is a C shell. So the C shell, the most of the syntaxes are similar to the C programming language. Then next is the Korn shell. Korn shell is said to be as the most powerful shell in Unix, but it is rarely used. So mostly used is the bash. The Korn shell also was the base for the POSIX shell, standard specifications, etc. So what is the need of the shell scripting? So need of the shell scripting is to avoid repetitive work and automation. For example, say if an administrator wants to add 100 users, so he will have to type add user command 100 times. So this repetitive task of the administrator can be reduced using a shell scripting by simply writing a shell script program and writing a loop in that the 100 users will be created within seconds. The system admins use shell scripting for routine backups, system monitoring, then adding new functionality to the shell. So shell itself can be upgraded with the help of shell script. Advantages of the shell script: the command and syntaxes are exactly the same as those directly entered in the command line. So there is no change in the commands and the syntaxes while scripting and while typing the commands. Writing shell scripts are much more quicker, simple scripting language, easy to understand. It starts quickly and it has the interactive debugging feature which most of the programming languages have. The next is the sample shell script. So we'll start with the sample shell script. So shell script looks like this. So first is this hash followed by bang symbol, then bin/bin and sh. So this is the path of the shell directory in your operating system, and this particular symbol is called as the shebang. So this symbol is called as the shebang constructor. It is called as shebang because it is hash followed by bang. So this acronym for hash bang is used as a shebang. Before you add anything else to your script, you need to alert the system that shell script is being started. So this particular symbol indicates that shell script is started from this point, like your main function in C programming or main class in Java programming. It is the starting point of your shell script. Then next is the comment in shell script. So comment in shell script is started with a hash symbol. There is no multi-line comment available in shell. You have to type the comments to the individual lines, and every comment starts with the hash. That means this statement will not be executed by a program. And next is your actual program. So what does your actual program says? Echo, what is your name? So echo is a command in shell that prints the text on the output screen, like your printf statement in C programming language. So echo double inverted comma and the name. You can put a single inverted comma also here or no inverted comma, then also this echo command will work. Then next, to scan that value into a variable. So this person is the name of the variable, and this read is a command that reads the value of the person. And finally we are printing the hello message to the person. So this is the sample shell script. We will run this shell script in the debugger and will execute this program. So this program you should save using the .sh extension, example given hello.sh, and to execute your program on terminal type the command /program_name.sh. So with this we will try to run the program. So open the terminal, then create some directory to save your programs, like I have created shell here. Then I will type a command as gedit, let us say hello.sh. then first write the shebang. So this is the shebang #bang/bin/sh comments program name, and then starts the program. So first print the statement as echo, let us say hello world. Okay, simply save this program and let us try to execute the program from the terminal. Close the file, and to run this program you have to type ./hello.sh. So initially you will get this kind of the error that bash.hello.sh permission denied. So in order to give a permission to the user, type the command chmod 754 hello.sh. So chmod stands for the change mode or change the permissions of the user. So this 7 means read, write, execute. This 5 means read and execute, and this 4 means read only permission. So these 3 permissions are for the user, owner, group and others. So we'll understand this chmod command in detail in coming lectures, but for now, to change the permissions of the file, use this command chmod 754 hello.sh. Okay, then again try the command ./hello.sh. So it is saying hello world. Okay, now if you want to take some variable to read the name of the user, echo ask user to enter his name. So this message will be printed on the screen, read user name. This should not be read. You are asking user to enter username, then read that in variable say person, and then echo hello $person. Okay, so now I am not putting any comments here, so this you can remove from here also. So entering the comments is optional in a shell programming. Entering the double inverted comma is optional in shell programming. So just save this program and try to run. So it is asking for the usernames. Let us type my name, and it is saying hello.sh. So this is the simple shell script that we have created. So echo for printing, read for scanning, and double inverted comma or single inverted comma is optional in here. Then this is the name of the variable. This name of the variable is printed by using a $sign. So while printing the value, you should use the $sign here. So in coming lectures, we will study more details about the shell scripting.